Hey guys, how's it going? It's a Dinosaur Gamer, and in this video, I got some Star Wars Battlefront gameplay for you guys. And this is going to be a new series where I pretty much mess around with some themed loadouts, and I give them to you guys with some awesome gameplay behind it. So yeah, and in this video, I will be doing a tank loadout. So if you guys don't know what a tank loadout is, mainly for a lot of games, it is someone that deals a lot of damage and at the same time absorbs a lot of damage. So this loadout is the best that I thought of. Like I said, a tank loadout is one that absorbs and deals damage. So there are other ways you could definitely go about this loadout. And if you have your own opinions about this loadout, what kind of would make it more of a tanky loadout, then please leave them in the comments. And if you guys have your own themed loadouts, I guess, or loadouts in general, I'd love to see them in the comments too, so feel free. But what I'm rocking for this loadout is I am rocking the thermal detonator, the personal shield, and the barrage. So pretty much, the thermal detonator just because of explosive damage, and same with barrage. These two will deal mass damage, and this is a pretty good map to do it on too, just because it's more, for a walker assault game at least, it's pretty close. We definitely have the personal shield up to you know, absorb damage. Sorry, I was losing my train of thought. Yeah, so you want the personal shield to absorb the damage as well. I was thinking about doing the explosive shot, but I thought if I didn't have anything that would, if I didn't have any sort of protection, it really wouldn't be like a really tanky loadout. And as my trait, I have the bodyguard, which is you take less explosive damage until the third trait, which I believe you get the firearm damage deals a small bit less than it usually would. So you take a little bit less if you get to the third spot, pretty much. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. So yeah, and as you can see, we are using a heavy blaster, which I thought was pretty appropriate. You could switch between the one I'm using, the RT-97C, and the DLT. I just think of these as light machine guns, and if I was gonna go for a tanky loadout, this is probably what I'd want to use as well. Just because these blasters are able to fire a great deal before they overheat, and they do a pretty decent amount of damage as well. So this is my full loadout, which you guys see right now. So yeah, I wonder. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys have your own loadouts, I'd love to see them down below. And I actually had some fun. I kind of like doing these loadouts because, for one, you know, it gets you to try something else that you wouldn't normally try, and also you could find a new favorite loadout as well. I know there isn't. In this game, you really can't customize your guy that much as in other games. There are certain stuff you can kind of customize to like fit your play style, but overall there really isn't. I mean, you can kind of be like an engineer that's going to be taking out, I guess you can consider it, an engineer that'd be pretty much taking out all vehicles. Or you guys can be like a medic with the Baka bomb now. I think that's how you say it. But there isn't a lot of ways, so it is kind of cool to always switch it up. Especially if you use the same loadout every time, it can kind of get a little bit boring. So it's always nice to switch up your player style a little bit and see how good you are now instead of then, and see if your loadout really makes a difference. Or, you know, you could find your new favorite loadout this way. I don't know. So yeah, in this gameplay, we are playing on the Survivors of Endor map. You know, I gotta say, this isn't really my favorite map for Walker Assault, at least. I don't know. It just seems too compressed, in my opinion. But that's just me, you know. I don't know. I don't know really if I was really gonna be expecting a fantastic map for one that was free. I really wasn't a fan of Twilight on Hoth either. Those two maps are probably sadly the least favorite for me to use. So that's just my opinion. You guys can be totally different. You know, that's cool. But like I said, those maps are not. Those are probably the two maps I do not enjoy playing on the most. So yeah, in this gameplay, I managed to go 52-11. So pretty good gameplay, and I thought this gameplay was pretty appropriate because I actually do manage to get into AT-AT pretty soon. So I thought, you know, what other way to show off a tank loadout than to pretty much get in the tank itself. I know an AT-AT is not necessarily a tank, but you know, if it was gonna be something, it'd definitely be a tank. And I actually think I get in it right now. I actually do get a lot of kills with this AT-AT, as you guys will see now, pretty much. When the Y-wings start coming in, that's when a lot of them start to. That's when I start to get a lot of kills. So yeah, this will be a new series where I pretty much show off a new loadout and I talk about it. So if you guys do enjoy this, please smack the like button. It'll help out a lot. So yeah, so I'll get a little bit more into my loadout. So like I said, a tank loadout is someone that deals a lot of damage, and can absorb a lot of damage. So if you're gonna go with a tank loadout, it's pretty appropriate that you get a lot of explosive damage in there as well, which is why I have the thermal detonator in the barrage. So yeah, I was thinking about going for some other stuff like an impact grenade and then a thermal detonator, so 2 grenades, and I was also thinking about the ion torpedo as well. But I think I'll probably save the iron torpedo for another loadout because I do have something in mind for that. So I thought this, in my opinion, was probably the best tank loadout that I could think of. But like I said, you know, this is my opinion. It's not necessarily the best, and it's not necessarily the worst. You know, it's kind of depending on certain stuff like the map, your playstyle, etc. So yeah. And also, oh god, I'm good, don't worry. But if you're gonna go for a tank loadout, you want to do something that can cause, or you can absorb something as well, which is why I have the bodyguard trait on and this personal shield. Both those allow you to absorb damage. And for the trait card, I was thinking about putting the Berserker trait in just because that allows you to deal more damage. But, you know, I thought since, you know, if you're going to be able to take explosive damage, that fits pretty good for a tank loadout, better than a Berserker loadout, just because, you know, it just really just affects your blaster, so not like explosive damage or something. So I thought the bodyguard was better for doing this loadout, and I really haven't used the bodyguard trait. I actually had to buy it before I started playing a couple games with this loadout, believe it or not, because you know I usually use the personal shield or like adrenaline stim. So it was definitely a change. I mean, the Berserker and Scout, not energy stem. So yeah, I usually use this Scout and Berserker trait card, just cause I like to go more stealthy and flanky. I like to flank. I don't know, flanky. Kind of sounds weird. But yeah, I do like to flank a lot. And it works out pretty well if you guys see my gameplays. I do manage to go on. I do manage to get a lot of good gameplays. So I think my playstyle works out pretty well. So the Scout trait really helps out. But you know, playing with different loadouts really does make the game interesting. It definitely gives you a reason to keep coming back. You know, it just makes you want to click on Star Wars Battlefront instead of some other game. And I highly recommend that you guys try different loadouts as well. It can be this one, it can be another one. You just try them out because it really does. It's more of a challenge, you know. If you're decent at the game, and you're just looking for something new, definitely try out a new loadout. I will be doing a lot more, so if you guys enjoy these, you know, smack a like. But that's it for you guys, or for me at least. This is gonna be roughly about 5 more minutes left of the gameplay. I do get a lot of kills at the end when the Y-wings start coming in. I start knocking off a lot of rebels. So that's pretty cool. If you guys want to stick around for that, or just skip to it, I don't know. But that's all I got for you guys. If you did enjoy this, I guess series or episode, I guess in the series, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Warning, enemy bomber has got a lock on our water. Rebel bomber has locked onto our AT-AT.
Skywalker has been defeated. Enemy bomber has got a lock on our walker. Rebel targeting sequence disrupted. Continue the operation as planned.
The rebels have activated the uplink station. We must shut it down.
We've deactivated their uplink. Prevent any reactivation attempts. Rebel airstrike